Hello, and welcome back to Bard College. You have probably been waiting with bated breath to see the conclusion of this epic showdown between the Starseekers minus Jacob and the Savory / Estafax contingent that has been running Last Hollow, both above and below, for many years. After some persuasive rhetoric from Jidenna, a resolution could not be reached, and not trusting the Starseekers to bring Jacob and Gil in for questioning, and by the same token, the Starseekers not trusting Jidenna and the recently appearing Ilhan and Denevere Montenay, a impasse was reached and combat ensued. There were many different tactics to combat the spellcasting prowess of Jidenna, Ilhan, Denevere, and the brawn and speed of Intivar and Inathon. And having successfully felled Inathon, Gilchrest's father, and Jidenna herself, the fight is still midway through, with Emerith succumbing to snakes and Intivar, Smoke being gradually drained of his life essence before he could face down Denevere, but not before he could take down Inathon. With Mia being petrified through this bloody dagger, the future of Last Hollow and the Starseekers themselves hangs in the balance. So, I believe the last turn was the lair actions, i.e. all of the snakes. And we're going to pick up with Ilhan Montenay. And with that, Ilhan strides over to face Tisha head on, picking up Smoke's flame tongue longsword on the way. And kind of inspects it confidently, knowing that he has the upper hand. With a blood magic bonus action, his eyes turn red, and the flame tongue longsword lights up. Then he points the longsword towards Smoking Mirror. Flame illuminating the space, the stone surface, where Smoke struggles to hang on. And he's going to hold an action. Denevere is going to move towards her faithful and doting husband. And is going to acknowledge Ilhan's tactic and turn towards Tisha. Tishiana, we have a lot of explaining to do. But we've shielded you from the truth for good reason. You're far more important than you know. Come with us. Leave these people you have aligned yourself with. And some of them may yet live to see the sunrise.
Oh, man.
You can't respond yet.
Okay, good, because
Not your
need
turn.
time. Perfect.
Freddie,
Death saving throw?
how many have you succumbed to any death saves thus far?
No, I literally went down to the lair action.
Okay, so yeah, death save, please.
Yep. Yay!
One success. That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Intivar stood amidst the snakes. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move Tilly. Stood amidst the snakes. Steps cautiously away from Tiliphant. And goes with their considerable movement to it's going to use a dash action as well to get next to Intivar. He will say briefly, with Jadena slain, our work will stall. But these interlopers must pay. We must punish them. Seemingly to disagree with Ilhan and Denevir's tactics. Tilly.
The snakes that are just next to me, they are beasts, right? So they just gonna keep attacking. They're not sentient to
Correct.
have a discussion with. Okay. I'm gonna attack the one that's right next to me then.
Mm-hmm. I think the swarm element is important, and that's why I made the decision to continue attacking. It's loads of snakes. Even if you would charm one of them, charming all of them at the same time would be difficult. They are just beasts, and they will do what snakes do.
Oh, that's a crit, but I can reroll that. 24 to hit.
Sure.
18 piercing on this one.
Cool. Sorry, I haven't got my stat block up. Hold on. There they are.
I think that's the one that Emerith was at. I can't remember.
The one nearest you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an extremely robust swarm. Sorry, how many?
18
damage. 18.
18.
So yeah, this elephant basically stamps on like half the swarm of snakes, squishing a lot of them. Anything else you're doing?
Not for now. No, that's it.
Okay. Inathon's dead. Emerith's dead.
I continue to decompose.
Mm-hmm. Smoke, you have 0 movement.
Yeah.
And 5 levels of exhaustion.
do. The only thing I feel is left to do, even though it looked like we can't really do anything to this thing, like it would just try and lash out at the. It's like a gem, right, on the floor. Blood gem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a floating red ruby that's kind of got this like pulsing kind of almost like a magical essence that flows around it like blood that's moving and alive. And you'd have noticed every time that it seeped some of your life essence, it's become like more animated.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'll try and attack it with the glaive. How about 20?
You slam straight down the middle of it with the glaive, and it separates into two, missing the glaive, and then reforms.
Well, it doesn't look like it worked, but out of desperation, you know, try another swipe. 16.
It's another pointless effort swinging at this thing as it taunts you almost.
Third strike, I'll just lash out towards the snakes then. Oh, it's a crit. Oh, these are all with disadvantage anyway, actually. But yeah, it's a crit fail.
Yeah. I'm going to make you make one last dexterity saving throw.
This is disadvantage.
Also a disadvantage.
10.
It's enough to hold onto the glaive. You lunge forward, and your body weight it's difficult for you to control. You miss the snakes, but you just manage to stop short of falling into them, and you kind of scramble back briefly, exhausted.
I've got the Shield Master shove as a bonus action. I'm trying. Trying to remember from last time. Has it always been next to someone when it's used the ability on them, or has it done it from range? If you know what I mean, the gem. Did it have to be next to someone to like do the? I think it attached me from far away.
I'll tell you. It saps life essence within 10 feet.
Okay. Oh, so that actually wouldn't work, but I'll do it anyway because I think it's sort of, you know, it's just what I would do. Just trying to frantically get this thing away from me.
Shovel some snakes with your shield.
Oh well, I don't think I need to deal with the snakes as badly. Shove is athletics, but it'll be disadvantage.
You're trying to shove the crystal.
The crystal with the Vito, that I dropped my shield earlier where the flame tongue is, so I can't do a shield master shove because it has to be with my shield.
Whoops.
Yeah. So yeah, wreck on that. That's it.
In your head, you imagine. Oh,
you're like, if I had my shield, I'd fucking
yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Then we come back around to Tisha.
She just gives up.
Don't stress. It's all on you. Everything depends on you in this moment. Don't
Shut
stress
up, Lucas.
Oh, fuck. I had a plan and I've just realised it's not going to work. What's happened to Mia right now?
Mia, just behind you, stands motionless and ashen grey, her skin made of stone, completely kind of protected against outside interference, other than this pulsing red dagger sticking out of her chest, where the stones seem to grow from in a similar way that it grew from your injury before Mia removed it.
And she can't take damage.
You don't know.
No, I think I do because I had it happen to me.
I don't know if anyone tried to hit you while you were
Nothing hit
petrified.
you. No.
She's encased in stone, so you would say that that's pretty good protection, but can't take damage is a different thing entirely, I think.
Okay, I'm going to scream back at my grandparents. I feel sick, physically sick on this one. Why would you choose this? Why? And then I'm going to Crown of Stars, the snakes near Smoking Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
19 for 31 damage.
Oh wow, yeah. You destroy the vast majority of them.
Nice.
And then I'm going to oh god. I'm going to go. Can I go into Freddy's space? Can we be together in a space?
You can't occupy the same space. You can move through him, but you can't stop where he is.
Okie dokie. I will move through him. Yeah. Maybe.
Mhm.
And I'm going
As you pass by, that bottom contingent of snakes would lash out.
Yep.
So does a 23 hit you?
Yep.
Take 10 piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Well,
you then also take 7 poison damage.
what was the original? 10 and 7, was that?
10 and 7, yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to weekly. I could have fucked this up, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to. Sword burst, cantrip.
Mm-hmm. Just put the sword burst cantrip up. Okay. You sure that's what you want to do?
It's gonna.
Lucas. Shush.
Oh, I'm gonna walk out. I'm so stressed. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do it because I just said I'd do it.
Okay. So the snakes take, or they have to make a.
God.
Throw.
Don't worry, Lucy, you're fine.
Thanks, Kirsty. I don't feel it.
You're okay, I promise.
The save, one of the snakes swarm succeeds, one fails. So it's 3 and 1 force damage. Oh. And
Roll 3, 1.
Freddy is within 5 feet of you, unconscious, and would auto fail a dexterity saving throw. Now, it's not a melee attack, so he won't auto fail 2 death saving throws, but he will fail 1 through taking that damage. You try to protect him. You stumble through these snakes and instinctually do the sword burst cantrip, and you kind of turn to Freddy, and he's got like a magical kind of scar on his face from the sword burst cantrip. So take 1 failed death save, please, Gareth.
I've already marked it off.
Okay.
Also, want to comment that she rolled 3 1s on that damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, I
Very
know.
poetic.
3d6.
Right.
3 1.
Yeah, I was like 3. I just thought, well, it's a cantrip, but actually that's, very low indeed. So Tisha, you've screamed out at your grandparents who've asked you to come with them, and basically tried to take down as many snakes as possible while protecting Freddy. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then you've activated the condition for Ilhan's held action, which was if Tisha didn't surrender, then the red orb next to Smoke would sap his, or he would be forced Smoke to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, so not Constitution, a Charisma saving throw. Sorry, Smoke.
Much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ilhan looks towards you, Tisha, and says, "Air still occupies the lungs of your human husband. If you want him to live, you will surrender. Or I will do this to everyone you love." And he puts his hand out and activates the red orb next to Smoke. Smoke, you can feel the blood in your veins on fire as you feel your essence bursting through your skin, almost clawing to get out of your metal body and race to complete itself in this ominous red stone. What do you want Smoke and Mirror's final words to be?
I don't really think there are any final words. Just maybe a look towards Tisha and a look of resignation and a reassuring smile as his eyes close and just pass out onto the floor.
As you pass out onto the floor, your final act of heroism to reassure Tisha, almost silently, that this isn't her fault. This red mist, this vapor, escapes your lungs and your nostrils and your ears and is sucked into this floating red stone. Tisha, you would see, if you had enough time, you would see almost like a red silhouette of a wolf made of blood travel into this red stone, pulsing with life and rage and anger before coalescing and still floating magically, maybe 1.5 feet in the air. Then we come to Mir's turn, who is petrified. That means you can't take actions, so we will skip.
Yeah, can't do anything.
Mm-hmm. All right. Snakes. We're going to get 2 attacks on Tisha. One will hit, one will miss. Tisha, I want you to take 6 piercing damage and make another Constitution saving throw. You succeed, so you take 6 piercing damage and 7 poison damage.
Can I use my reaction?
Sure.
Can I deal 16 lightning damage to the attacker?
Mm-hmm. It just happens, no save?
Yeah.
Or is that what's that strength save for?
Strength save, sorry, DC 18.
Oh, okay. Oh, these little snakes are not strong. Fail. So, how much lightning damage?
16.
Okay. A few of the snakes kind of launch themselves towards you and land their venomous attack. And you fling back with a torrent of lightning and thunder, carving up many of the snakes behind you. There is one other set of snakes. They're going to have a go at Freddy. And I roll a crit.
Bye.
A crit attack will auto hit and give you 2 more failed death saves.
Freddy is dead.
Is there anything that Freddy, do you think Gareth would think about as he succumbs to the venom in his veins?
That it was worth it to give Tisha his last slot. That he much preferred that him dying first. At least she lives for some bit longer.
Okay. We go back to Ilhan. Ilhan looks towards Tisha. Dying or dead husband now. And dead ally not far away. I don't want you to die here, Tishiana. The only way you can save the rest of your friends is to come with us. Fulfill your destiny. And with a bonus action, he brings the ruby containing Smoke's life essence to Denivere's side. Intervar looks puzzled, but Denevere speaks up. Last Hollow has fallen. There's nothing here for Savoris, Estafaxes, or Starseekers. Come and learn all the things that were kept from you. Come and learn what Selphia and Ninthalor didn't want you to know. The omission of information that's put you on this path. They know how important you are. Do not die here. Do not consign yourself to history. Become part of the future. She used a whole action to give that speech. Freddy's dead. Intervar Intervar steps forward. And he waves his hands, bringing the snakes closer to him.
I didn't want to interrupt before, but I think the two that were close to me would have attacked too, right?
They would have attacked. Well, they were around Emerith, but you're a big old elephant. Wee. Yeah.
Cobras have been known to kill elephants.
Yeah. I will roll an attack, but I'll roll a 10. So never. What's a elephant's AC?
12. No,
Yeah.
not much better than the attack, but hey,
You're fine.
miss is a miss.
A miss is a miss indeed. So yeah, probably move this one this way to do that. It's your go, Tilly.
So these two, okay, so they're not retreating. They look like they're gonna still engage me.
It's a big old swarm of snakes. They're very difficult to predict what they will do, but they're not moving anywhere fast.
Sounds great. Okay, I think it'd be boring to just attack. So instead, I'm going to so walk around this snake. So then this one might get an attack on me as I leave.
Sure, let's just do one. That one's not a 16 will hit you, won't it?
Definitely.
6 piercing damage and a con save.
12.
So it's a pass, but then you still take 7 poison. So I think that puts you back into Tilly, right?
It does. You said 6 and 7. 13.
Mhm.
I have. Okay, so 4 spills over.
Hold on. Put you there.
Okay, that's quite gracious because that puts me out of reach of this one. So, thanks for that. I'll. So I did 10 feet, 20, 25. I'll just keep running, and I'll stand by Freddy and behind Tisha,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, "What's going on? What do we do, Tisha? What do you want me to do?" And that's the end of my call.
Okay. Tisha, we come back to you. Tilly runs up to your side. Freddy collapsed next to you. Your grandparents stare you down alongside this Yuan Ti interloper. What's your course of action?
What was he doing with them, or she doing with the Smoke's life essence?
It's just floating next to her.
So she will say to her grandparents, "So my choices are come with you or we all die." And she takes a look around at Mia, Smoke, at Emerith, at Freddy, and then she looks at Tilly last and says, "Help them." And she walks over she throws a staff on the ground and she walks over and says, "Whatever it takes."
You see Intervar this Yuan Ti monk watch you like a hawk as you walk past him. And he seems to maintain some level of control over the snakes, preventing them from attacking you. Although the intensity on his face makes it look like he might really want them to. You see a different look on the faces of Ilhan and Denevere. They're not like Jadena. They're not like the Savoris and Estafaxes that you've seen. They're not like Jacob. Ilhan and Denevere, as far as you know, are like you and Nain and your parents. They're not these serpentine beasts. They've always had a plan for you. But you were so young. You never really understood the different rituals and the stories. You couldn't really distinguish them from the regular hopes and dreams of any grandparent might have for their grandchildren. But you understand now in this moment that what they have planned for you is altogether darker and more grim than you could have imagined. Lucy, by carrying out this action, I want to be very clear. By going with Ilhan and Denevere, we're not absconding across Cerulea like Gilchrist and Jacob to fight another day. You are handing Tisha to me to become part of Ilhan and Denevere's plans.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, unless Tilly would interject, I'm going to expedite the next turn or so.
Yeah, I think she would just sit there and in her face she's got tears streaming down her cheeks, and she's looking at Tisha and everybody dead around her and or petrified, and realizes the situation, and also wouldn't want to interject to diminish the sacrifice that her friend is just making for everybody else. That would have been wrong, although she's heartbroken and will drop to her knees just crying and unable to speak.
Okay. The last time you see Tisha, it will be as she steps between their grandparents. Tisha, what would your demeanor be as Denevere waves a hand and opens a gate behind them? Anything you would say or do? How would it look?
I'd probably just try and it's like defeated. Going through that, knowing. I'd probably try and like get reassurance that Freddy will come back. You said that he wouldn't be harmed. and then hand myself over to the dark side.
Denevere pats you on the shoulder. There'll be time to discuss what happens next. But you've given them a small mercy. And as the gate opens, you see this black portal almost bleed into reality like ink into water, revealing this grey landscape on the other side. You see barren hills and wind battering this landscape that's been moulded by shadow. As Ilhan Denevere take Tisha by the hand, Intervar goes to join them. As do his snakes.
Come on, snakes.
They all kind of descend and follow Intervar like almost as if he was wearing like a cape of serpents that trailed behind him as he walks towards this inky expanse. Tilly, the last thing you would see as each individual person steps through this portal is that it ripples like a puddle in reality. And as the last of the snakes slither through, you see the black turns to grey and then to white. And the white almost reminds you of moonlight. It's so pure and brilliant. And just as you begin to hope that Tisha's gone to a better place, that whiteness and optimism is dispelled as the crushing reality of the cost incurred by those living and dead is brought to bear on your heavy heart. With that, folks, we will end the initiative order as there are no longer. I mean, I'm going to say the other fucking snakes fuck off as well.
Thank you. Appreciate
yeah.
that. They would eat me.
Yeah. We're not going to chase around a swarm of snakes around this massive map for a bit. But yeah. I just wonder, Lucy, if I do this, can you see anything still? Has anything changed on your screen?
Yeah, all the people have gone.
All the people have gone.
Oh no, all the people around the mat have gone.
Okay, you can still see the map. That's fine. You can still see everybody else?
And one
All right.
One more snake.
Oh, you fuck off. He's got 5 HP. There you go. That's the one you crown of stars earlier. But yeah. Tilly, you're the only person left standing.
Yeah. So shit. I think we can probably skip through the description of her grief and crying, because that would have gone on for a good few more minutes before she stood up. I would I would go. That's the okay. There's loads of doors in this place, but the main door was the one I was trying to knock out with the elephant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there? I'm gonna walk up to it and see whether there's any cracks that were made that I can see through. Stick my hand
Yeah,
through or
it's
something like
a
that.
damaged door that you see it's barred from the other side as if to contain whoever might come through the portal as a security measure.
So she might have been like teleporting here or something.
Well, that's what you might think if this is the other door, the only door you investigate. But yeah, we either by finding a way to damage it further or to lift the bar from the other side, you'd be able to get through there, and you see basically a long corridor and a large set of stairs that fade out from view about 60 feet ahead through the cracks you can see.
Okay. This might not work, but for now, I don't know what else to do. I'm going to reach into my backpack and pull out the figurine that Mir so graciously gave to me of the serpentine owl,
Mm-hmm.
and I will push it through the crack and activate it on the other side of the door.
Okay.
So the serpentine owl becomes a giant owl for 8 hours. Once it's been used, it can't be used again. The owl can telepathically communicate with you at any range if you are on the same plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say to the owl in the telepathically, I would like to say to it, my feathered friend, I need your help. I'll try to guide you. Please try to find a way out into the open, and then fly to the inn. Stay in contact with me. I will try to guide you. It's southeast from here. You'll find a man in there. He's called Sunshine, and he looks like a big cat. I will contact you and we'll try to pass him a message. For now, just try to get out of here and let me know. If you find a door or something, try to make noise and bum rush through everybody who stands in your way. But by all means, try to get out of here. And yeah, I'll send it out and remain in telepathic contact to hopefully get the message out.
Okay. It kind of like owls do. It kind of gives you that like neck tilt. It looks intensely at you. Somehow there's this silent understanding between you, and it turns around and goes down onto like its haunches and spreads out its wings. It kind of flutters and scampers down the hallway, trying to fly, and it can't really get the elevation until it finds itself at the bottom of the stairs. And then in literally one fell swoop of its wings, you see it just disappear from view.
I'll check with you in a minute. And then I will come back to everybody. And then with my very weak hands, my 8 strength, I will try to carry the bodies of all my friends and put them next to Mir because I can't lift her. She's a stone.
Make a perception check, Lucas. Okay, you definitely couldn't lift Mia. How is Mia stood, Kirsty?
The last thing that she did, I think, was free Tisha from the petrification. So I think probably scared but kind of protective. So very like her arms are up, like kind of as if she's about to face something.
Kind of braced, shielding.
Mm-hmm.
That protective role that Mia has played so often. As you appraise whether you could lift her or not, Tilly, you see this glowing red dagger still pulsing with arcane energy lodged into her chest.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely want to take care of that or see what can be done. But I still want to make this effort of bringing Smoke,
Everyone together.
and Freddy, and Emerith closer. By literally.
I'm not going to make you roll for it because it would take a lot of time, no matter how high you rolled with your natural strength.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense.
But yeah, you could, amidst the scraping of armor, or collecting people's equipment up, you lie people around Mia in this almost subconsciously ceremonial way.
And then, knowing that this might be extremely difficult to do in my flimsy halfling form, I'll use my last wild shape to transform. No, that's fucking rubbish. Into a giant eagle. And
Okay.
you don't worry about the tokens. And then using the giant eagle's beak. Oh shit! It's got 16 strength. So yeah, double dilly. I'm going to try and grab it with my beak and pull the dagger out.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I need you to make a strength check.
Come on. Oh shit, that's not good. 12.
As the beak closes around the bloody dagger, you feel it almost give, but you can't quite get the purchase. You feel you definitely have the strength, but with your beak it's difficult. You can try again with a slightly higher DC if you wish.
Wait a second, I'm just checking something because that might be fucking crazy. Okay. Can I just quickly toss? Okay, I'm gonna try it again, and then if this doesn't work, we'll have to try something else. Trying to, yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the DC?
Yeah.
It's an 18 now.
Okay. So I need to roll 15 or higher. Let's do it. Maybe we can make it happen. Oh, fucking worse. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh god. Okay, This the dice roll brought me to this. Frustrated, I squeak as an eagle just with this frustration, this piercing squeal of a angry bird of prey pushes through the empty hole. and echoes, and she drops the form, and she's so angry, and she looks over at Freddy's body, and she rifles through her clothes, and she pulls out the red blood crystal from his clothes. She's looking at it, and she's saying, "Well, we'll worry about my soul later, I guess," and uses it.
Okay, so you're going to spend a hit dice, and you're going to roll that hit dice, and you will get a spell slot of the equivalent level up to your maximum back.
Okay. So, is it just a base hit dice, or with the Constitution modifier as normally hit dice?
Oh, just the base hit dice.
Just the base hit dice, which is for Druid a D8. Okay. It's got to be something at least like in 4th level to make a difference. Come on. Okay.
There you go. You have a spell slot of your maximum level, which is it 7?
I do have 8th level, but
you have 8th level, so you get a 7th level spell slot back. That's pretty good. You feel it though, like you feel weaker from having used it. This cold sweat comes over your brow as you feel your fingers twitch with this wild energy, this almost uncontrollable power. It feels kind of good.
Deal with that later. We'll deal with this later. I will cast a polymorph spell and turn myself into a giant monkey, something that's strong and has opposable thumbs.
Okay, the giant ape. That's
the
real
giant ape.
Strong.
And I'm going to keep trying. I mean, we can keep rolling, but it's likely eventually going to work.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you. Well, let's do one roll. Let's see just how difficult it is. It will succeed eventually, but let's see if it's immediately successful.
Yep. 1 second. Oh, I just noticed we're past the breakdown, but this could be the last thing we do. So, this is
the DC is now 19.
Athletics plus 9. So this is 24.
Yeah. You almost subsume Mir's entire body with this giant paw, and you grab what is now like a splinter to you, not a dagger, a splinter, and wrest it out from Mir's body. And the instant this blood dagger leaves Mir's vitality, it dissipates into a stain on the giant ape's hand, and the stone cracks like an earthquake passing across Mir's body, and all of the stone falls off, revealing Mir intact underneath. And we will take a 20-minute break there.
Fantastic. See you soon.
In a bit.
and bend your ear, for a tale our tongues to wag. For she who'd led us towards the light, the ballad of the white stag. Chairwoman sat at her desk one day while the rain came down so hard. She met 5 white stags who brought the sunshine back, and she made them all town guards. She was crossed by a gnome who armed some bombs that would make the dogs into a pond. But the stags were too wise for the tiny gnome, and they sent him back to Gond. So come gather near and lend your ear, for a tale our tongues to wag. For heard we not had stayed the night, the ballad of the white stag. She roused her men at the feasting hall, and she took the stags to the city wall. With a lightning strike and a nasty fall, the chairwoman saved us all. When the nightfall came, the chanting stopped, and I nearly spilt my drink. For in the dark, with Mistress' aid, she turned the walls to pink. So come gather near and bend your ear, for a tale our tongues to wag. Thought heard we not had stayed the fight, the battle of the white stag. Now the chairwoman wields her family sword, and her brother wears a mask for the forgers' guilds and traders too. There's not too much to ask, so come gather near and lend your ear, for a tale our tongues to wag. You better tip your glass, 'cause she saved our ass, the battle of the white stag. So come gather near and lend your ear, for a tale our tongues to wag. You better tip your glass, 'cause she saved our ass, the battle of the white stag. Hey ho!
don't get certainty with that roll, but it's yeah. Maybe it was. Right. Goodness me. What a roller coaster.
What have you done?
You what?
What have you done?
What have I done? Do I enjoy making people unhappy?
You spend your whole day doing that. You have to spend your evening doing it as well.
Pipe down, Gareth, or I'll set you extra homework.
Hey.
Right. Now then. We will pick up. Oh, sorry. You'll count me in if you want, John. If you.
No, we're back. We're good. We're good.
Oh, we're back. Oh,
Yeah.
hello. Are you okay? Have you been affected by anything you've seen in this video?
We all have.
Yeah. Join the club. So we will cut straight back to Mia having been relieved of her petrification by a giant ape.
I think Tilly will go. Sorry, go on.
I think she'd initially go to like spring into action, like there was a huge fight around her. So she'll go to like look at what's next and everything.
Yeah, and as you look in, the ape just literally
ape.
goes in for a hug because Tilly forgets she's a giant ape, and then realizes and drops polymorph and falls into your arms, crying.
What?
They're all dead. Here.
Who?
And she looks. There's 3 bodies at your feet: Smoke, Freddy, and Amaranth.
What happened? Everyone was okay?
They killed them. They killed them. Tisha's grandparents, and she went. Oh my God, Mayor! She went with them.
What? Tisha went with her grandparents.
She saved me. I was next, and she said, "Stop, don't." And then I will go with you. And they went through the portal, and she's gone.
No, she wouldn't.
Well, she did because that was the only way. They were about to kill all of us. Oh my God, Smoke. Mr. Smoke, look at him.
I'll crouch down next to Smoke and, like, I guess, check him first to make sure that he's definitely 100% dead.
Cold mithril against his skin.
And she'll go, bring him back. And then, like, look around and go, bring him back, and cast Divine Intervention.
Oof.
Woof.
Roll that D100.
Everyone got everything crossed?
Worked before.
Nope. No dice.
You shout out almost instinctually, like unaccepting of this cruel twist of fate. Your cries and your pleas echo around the chamber. But at the end, Smoke still lies motionless at your feet.
I don't have anything. I can't do anything.
No, I've got no power left in me. I had to use one of the disgusting stones to bring you back.
Oh.
That doesn't matter. We'll unpack that later. but I don't know what to do. I sent an owl out, from the figurine we found.
Mhm.
I can communicate with her in my head, but told her to try and find someone in the tavern or crew. Maybe Mr. Sunshine. We've got they left, and Jadena's dead. But there's still loads of guards, and I don't know what they're gonna do. Gilchrist's not here, so I don't know who's in charge. I don't know what to do.
I don't know either. If we had diamonds, I could bring them back tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? I don't know. I need to sleep, and then I could, with a diamond, bring someone back.
Okay, it's a castle, so maybe they will have some diamonds, but I don't know how long we can stay here before like guards will come in. If our crew if we could get them here, if we could get them all pushed past the guards, and I don't know. Do you have anything at all to contact somebody? I can get the owl, but it doesn't speak. It's just gonna be an awkward bird jumping up and down in front of them. I don't really know what. She can guide them back with my help, but if we don't tell them.
I think I can do something, but only once. Do you think 9 to Libby? She might bring people back.
So last time we saw them, they were in very bad shape. They left, but did they? We don't know where they went. I'm just wondering whether it's maybe best if we contact somebody in the inn, and we tell them what happened, and then tell them to come here. I don't know, fight the guards, or I honestly. Yeah. She would do it. She just gotta think of what to say to her. Storm the castle. You can only do this once. We can't send any messages to like people in the Undercity. Maybe if they knew Jadena was dead and Gilchrist is out of the picture, this could be a great opportunity, but we can't tell them. But if we tell Lash, it's only 25 words, right? And we need to explain so much. I'm laughing, but I'm crying. If she could get here, but also send someone to the Undercity to speak with Sonia, Red Sonia, find her.
Mad Sonia. Red Sonia is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. But...
Close. It's close enough. Tilly's distraught. She's not thinking clearly.
That's funny.
She could, if she manages to overpower the gods that guard them, there should be a lot more of our crew than the gods. Then and then storm the castle with whatever they have to get here. The owl will guide them. I will do that.
This is a lot of words, Tilly.
I know, Mir. I know. That's all I can think of. Just so we're safe enough to regain our strength and our magic power back, so we can do something. If I rest for an hour, I'll be able to do my wild shape. So hopefully, I'll be able to protect us here for the time being. That's the only thing I can do.
Hey, Mia, what are you doing?
I'm trying to contact Red Sonia. No,
No, Lash.
I know. I was making a joke.
Red Sun. Right. Okay. Cool. I missed it. Too much emotion.
Sorry, Lucas. It was at your expense. Well,
It's fine. I'm happy with it. Anytime.
Past ending. Lash. She'll try and compose herself and say, "It's Mia. We're at Cerulea Castle. We need you to come now. Do whatever you can to come now. Bring everyone."
Okay. After a few moments, what the fuck is going on? The whole city's in disarray. We were under lockdown for hours, but no one's giving the orders. We're coming to the castle.
Fuck it, Lash. Fuck it up. Fuck shit up. Did it work?
They're coming. Maybe we should. Are we safe in this room?
I don't know. The big door over there, it's got a few cracks you can stick your hand through, but it's mostly standing. It's barred on the other side, so if someone was to come in, they can just open it and come in. But I guess we could maybe. I'm not that strong, but maybe with your help, we can put some barrels in front of it or something, and then we can check all the other doors.
Mm-hmm.
And also, just search the room. It looks pretty barren, but I mean, if she was here, maybe she has some, like, I don't know, that's probably wishful thinking, a jewelry box or something. But we might as well spend the time searching.
Gonna make an investigation check each.
Bar the door first.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Do you move the big, heavy barrels?
Yeah.
One of
roll.
them looks slightly damaged. It's got kind of scorch marks over the side. It's got this like dark red staining around it.
Sure.
But yeah, it's easy enough to move with both of you. Mia's pretty hench, right?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, so
I'm mostly just pretending to help.
yeah. So I guess both of you can make an Arcana check. Okay. As you are humping the barrels in front of the door, Mia, you assume, like Tilly does, that it's wine. And then some kind of spills onto the floor as you're kind of securing it against the door, and it kind of like sparkles with like a familiar magical essence.
It's not just wine, Tilly.
What is it?
I don't know. I mean, all that blood magic
Oh,
makes me think.
You think it's blood?
Do I think it's blood?
You can make a nature check.
Okay.
You can both do that if you want.
Yeah. Slightly better
No,
at nature than I'm at Arcana.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh!
So Tilly, you like scrape some of the like dried red like essence off the side of the damaged barrel, and you kind of rub it between your fingers, and it's got that like metallic smell to it. But that could just be from being sat in a barrel too long. It doesn't smell good, whatever it is. Mia, you are very certain these barrels contain enchanted blood.
And do I know kind of what that means in terms of its restorative properties?
No chance.
All right.
Unless you were to investigate further. But a nature check ain't going to tell you what the enchantment does.
Probably not worth it though. But if you look at, there's like 5 of them and they're pretty big, and if they're filled with blood, that came from a lot of living things to fill them up.
Yeah. It goes against everything that I stand for, but maybe we need it.
To heal up, you mean?
I don't know.
Well, I used that diamond, and it initially made me want to vomit with disgust, but after it gave me the magic I needed, I mean, it kind of felt good. Which is probably not a good thing. I'm gonna be honest.
Mister will protect me. I'm sure of it.
Well, hold on. If you're doing this, whatever happens to you happens to me. I'll do it with you.
Are you sure? You don't want to watch what happens to me first?
No, that would be a coward's way.
Okay. We're gonna get them back, Tilly.
I hope so.
I'm gonna drink some of the freaking blood. We're gonna do a cheers.
yeah. We're gonna cheer it.
Oof. Okay.
This is probably a very bad idea, though, Kirsty. But I'm in for it.
Okay.
We're heroes, man. We've got to do it.
You can tap the barrel. There's no discernible like goblet around. Are you literally just going to mainline it, keg stand?
Well, we've got our stuff, right? So we will have some sort of a cup as part of our like ration. I don't know, because all the rations are like dried. You got like water skin, I guess.
You have a
but
mess
can't
kit.
pour it. You got no.
Then a mess kit is what would have some sort of receptacle in it. A water skin you could empty out and fill back up with blood, I guess.
God, for later.
Fine. If there's no goblets, I'll keg it. Sure.
You're gonna have to
Okay.
pour it in my mouth. I can't hold it.
Okay, May. You drinking it?
Yeah, I said I was gonna.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit!
Are you kidding me?
Oh shit.
No.
Mia, you kneel before the barrel and you give one last cautionary look, or you receive one last cautionary look from Tilly. And you exhale, closing your eyes, and you put your mouth to the cork and let it go. The force immediately surprises you and it fills your mouth and goes all the way to the back of your throat. It's suffocating. It's disgusting. You now feel that it's partially warm. And you chug it down, mouthful after mouthful, until you plug it back again, and you have to stop the rising tide of blood from surging back up your gullet and out your mouth, and your nails grip into the wood as you maintain your concentration. You feel sweat above your brow. You feel that weakness from inside. You feel your vitality being sapped from you. You start to shake. You start to quiver. Tilly, she looks bad.
Mir, this wasn't a good idea, was it? Are you
And
okay?
she faints.
Can I medicine check that? Is she suffocating? Does she need 2 fingers in her throat?
Yeah, medicine check.
Situation.
You put your hands on her and she's warm. And then, just as you're about to try and bring her round, you feel this static, this arcane energy kind of zap between you and her. And Mia begins to float off the ground.
Oh, what's going on? Oh my god, why did we do this?
Mia, the horn from your forehead erupts like a red, surging spike from the middle of your head.
Oh no.
Your hair turns, where it was like platinum blonde before, is now properly white. And you see Mia's eyes open, Tilly, and they look blood red. Mia, you can regain all your hit points and spell slots.
Okay.
Fuck me. Mir?
Hang on, let me just do this.
By the way, I have a masket. I just noticed. Never mind. It
You're
was
like, never mind.
it was funnier this way anyway. Chug it from the barrel.
Mia, you feel intensely powerful all of a sudden. And yeah, go on. Carry on.
No, you go. I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, as you stop hovering and you just instinctually rise up, and you are then brought to your feet. You land back on the ground and your eyes dull, and the horn turns back to its normal color, as does your hair. And you're seemingly fine again. But yeah, feeling good. Refreshed.
What the? I thought I was gonna lose you. What?
No, I feel amazing. Did I pass out? Did you drink any?
Not yet. I'm high. I'm kind of starting having doubts. You just. It looked like you were dying, right there. I thought you were gonna be. So I'm just gonna drag you
more
back to
alive than ever.
your powers back.
You notice when Mir talks, it's like of a slightly deeper register, Tilly.
No, don't like that.
Okay. Explain to me what just happened, and whether you think I should drink too.
It's up to you. But I feel like I've had all the sleep I needed, and I'm ready. I can't bring them back, but I'm ready to fight anyone that tries to stop me tomorrow. You don't want to drink from it, Tilly? That's fine. I can protect us both.
Okay, I'm gonna make some sort of a roll, I guess, because it makes sense. It's not about. Yeah, I feel like I don't want my decision to be colored by knowing what the effect is, or maybe not even knowing, because there might be other effects I don't know about. Yeah,
Make an insight check.
Let's
How
do that.
safe this is.
Let's do that. Based on what I was seeing,
It's a high DC because you have very limited knowledge.
it makes sense. I think if I don't pass it, she will be hesitant. It makes sense. Yeah, and I rolled
you're
a
not sure.
3. Okay, look, if something really bad happens, and I will take my mess kit that I've just remembered I have, and I will
All of your utensils have got your name, Tilly, just like scratched into them.
Of course they do. And little flowers. And I will pour some blood into the mess kit and keep it there, and basically say, something happens, we might be in a situation where I have to risk it, but I'll keep an eye on you if there's anything. I just hope that we didn't make a giant mistake, me before with this crystal and you with this. But I guess survival in the moment is what's most important, right?
Sure. So what now? Should I message someone else? Should I try and contact Jacob?
If you now have the power, yeah, possibly. Maybe get that information to Jacob. Yeah, see if he replies. Though apparently, what Chidena was saying, he wasn't on the same plane. I don't know if it affects your magic or not.
I should still be able to contact him. I can reach home with sending.
Also, I think maybe Matt Sonia would be a good idea if we could just send her a message saying Jidena's dead, Gilchrist is out. If ever there was a chance for people to reclaim Last Hollow from the nobles, that you've got it. I don't need. Yeah.
Well, I can't. I don't think I can do it to a person that I've never met before.
Okay. That's slightly complicated.
It feels like we've met her, right? Because we've heard so much about her, but
her reputation
we've met
precedes her. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's with someone that I'm familiar with.
Okay, so I've got 2 ideas. One is Ellie, Jacob's friend.
Did I meet her? I don't think I met her either.
You did. We saw her with Gilchrist as we were.
Seen her.
Seen
Familiarity is a bit of a stretch.
I think. What's the exact wording on the spell?
Danced with Jacob at the ball as well.
Do we? Do you, need
You
to-
send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar.
Oh, okay. So
Familiarity is a bit of a stretch, like I said.
okay, so you at least had to say like hi, at the very least. If that's not the case, then the only other option that I'm thinking of is the bartender who's taking care of my dog. Remember, we met him there, and I kind of had a feeling he wasn't, a royalist, if you will. I don't think anybody down there is. That's the only thing I'm thinking. I can think of. Send him a message. Say everything that we would just say to Red Sonja.
Red Sonja.
That's Sonia.
I'm always gonna call her Red Sonja. This just gonna happen. What do you think?
I think I should contact Jacob.
Well, yeah. I'm just thinking if, maybe we'll see what happens if he replies, and then we can take it from there. I just feel like if we get everyone in here, then we'll be safer for that. People who might not necessarily be our friends, but not friends to our enemies either. Maybe. I'm just gonna, you do that message. I'm just gonna go and check every other door, make sure it's like locked, or I can lock it somehow. And search the room as well.
All right, Mia, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Sending to Jacob.
So, they have already decided. I'd be speeding up a little bit, but
Yeah, does it completely ruin things?
timeline-wise, it's the only way to rationalize it. It would happen. We would just say it would have to happen as Jacob and Gilchrist arrive, and that's the way it has to happen. They ran off, so I've got no choice now because I've been skipping forward in time. So I'm going to say it's not entirely my fault. But Gilchrist and Jacob. The last thing that we heard from you is that you were teleporting to the lagoon, I believe.
Yes, that was correct.
All right.
We just teleported.
Yeah. As you arrive at the lagoon, you see like a little mini rural community that exists within a city. These kind of traveling folk, druidic folk, carnival people, soothsayers. Basically, it's a little hippie commune within the grounds of Last Hollow. Not a place that Gilchrist would have regarded with any fondness whatsoever, and he's probably tried to have them moved on many occasions. A drain, though they've been on the local resources top side. And he probably would have succeeded in getting a fair few of them arrested on misdemeanor grounds. I'm going to skip forward onto a different map. Here we are. But yeah, as you appear at the Green Lagoon, Gil, do you have to roll me a D100?
No,
I do for the teleport.
Yeah. What did you get?
17.
I think that's bad.
No, I think it's all right.
For somewhere
just-
you know intimately, I think you've only got about a 5% chance of cocking it up at work.
So yeah, you're very familiar. Oh, on target is 25 to 100. Off target is 14 to 24. So you don't actually arrive at. Well, in fact, you do arrive at the lagoon. You just arrive in the fucking middle of it.
Fantastic. Love it.
That's fine.
So yeah, both of you appear splashing around in the middle of this lagoon to the bemused onlookings of this kind of traveller community.
Given that we both cast invisibility before I cast teleport, they just see the splash.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that.
Jacob, stop splashing.
Oh, I'm not splashing. I can swim. I've got a swim speed.
No, just take a moment to orient. Just look up, look around, make sure we are where I thought we were going to be.
You can both make a perception check if you want.
Oh, jeez.
Gil, you definitely where you thought you were going to be, but yeah, not exactly where you thought you were going to be, and you see a familiar group of halflings fishing off a jetty, maybe 30 feet from where you are. You may be about 50 to 60 feet away from the shoreline.
Which shoreline? Which side?
Probably towards well, I don't know. Not the riverside where there's like an off run. Probably towards the back here. So it gets a bit rockier there. You know, there's a tunnel nearby which you've accused many of these miscreants from smuggling things in and out of the Undercity here. It's a place that you know, and it's muddy, and just embarrassing to be here, I guess.
It's all right. No one can see us. Right. Now, what do you want to do? We're back. There's a price on both our heads, and you can guarantee those posters have been circulated here as well.
And we need to contact those that can help me.
Just as you say that, Jacob, you receive a message.
How convenient.
Where are you? You're on another plane with Gilcrest. We're in deep shit. Get to Lecheria Castle now.
Okay. I'm hearing that. Sorry. Lots happened. Just arrived back in the lagoon. Be there ASAP. Can't explain. Gil, Mia just messaged me. They're in the castle. Something's gone down.
Where in the castle?
I don't know.
Can you?
I can't send. I can't.
Oh, great.
I can sense for her. I can try and locate her.
Do it.
I'll just cast my locate creature. And I can sense directly which direction. So whether she's above ground, you know what I mean.
As you cast the spell, there's an audible gasp as you become visible. And you sense that Mir is in the castle. You've actually got some perspective because it's not far from where you are and it's raised upon the hill. And you can feel that she's probably a bit below. You know, she's definitely not in one of the towers, you're pretty sure.
Low in the castle. Ground floor, maybe. She's not up high. Lower in the castle somewhere. I can track her for the next hour. Let's go.
Okay. So from here, I can see the top of the wall, can't I?
It's over a small tree canopy, and it's not close, but yeah, you could definitely see it.
More or less than 500 feet.
Ooh, it's very close to that. Given that it's up, like it's probably up about. Well, I can't do it. I'm gonna say it's about that, around 500 feet. I'm gonna say you can't be 100% sure.
I'm gonna have another rough landing. Sounds fun. Do
You can try it. It's
Yeah.
around that distance.
Okay. All right, Jacob. This is going to be a bit rough. Brace yourself, and I will grab hold of his elbow, going up to the wall, and I will dimension door us both on top of the wall.
Okay. As you cast the spell, you both become visible just momentarily before Gil drags Jacob through this dimension door. I just want you both to make a dexterity saving throw. Jacob, you are dragged and then pushed through this dimension door, and you feel brick and stone below your feet. Gil pushed you through, and as the spell dissipates, Gil, you realise there's no ground underneath you, and Jacob is holding you over. You are the only thing to grab onto. You've grabbed onto each other, and you're now hanging off the closest edge of Cerulea Castle with Jacob holding you.
I will use a charge from the lyre to cast fly.
How do you use the lyre with you're holding on? Do you know what I mean?
I would imagine that I've got Gil with my dominant hand. All I really need to do is be able to reach round to the lyre with one hand to pluck the strings.
Okay. Jacob, in this moment, you have Gil at a disadvantage. He's just thrust you through Dimension Door and got you to Cerulea Castle. Do you help him or let him go?
I'm not letting him go at this point.
Okay.
I'll try and help him.
It's all right. If you want to help him, you can help him up, and you can still cast Fly now that he's helping you up if you wish, Gil.
If I know that he's helping me up, then I would just pull myself up onto the wall.
Mm-hmm. So you find yourself on the outer edge. You've got a much better perspective of Last Hollow from here. What do you want to do?
Can I look around and see if I can see troop movements, guard movements?
Yeah, make a perception check. What about you, Jacob?
I would be looking around for. I'd be concentrating on my spell. How are they down? Are they a long way down? Are they nearby?
Oh, from this perspective now, Mir feels a lot closer, but yeah, it's definitely downward towards the basement, and it's very central, as if it's below the most kind of impenetrable part of the castle. With a 17 Gil, the first thing you notice is this like giant owl that's kind of circling above the Last Watch Tavern. And you look around, you know the Last Watch is or was certainly one of the most heavily guarded places, considering it contained the crew of the Lady of the Waves. That guard post is seemingly in complete disarray. You look around for as many Dragon's Bane guard uniforms as you can see. You see some of them running towards Dragon's Bane camp just across the river, where some people are literally falling back to. You see others that are being not mobbed, but certainly people are starting to kind of surround some of the smaller, more vulnerable Dragon's Bane guards. It feels like Last Hollow, or it certainly looks from this perspective, that there is a bit of chaos and confusion at the very least. And you worry perhaps that the Savori's iron grip on Last Hollow is beginning to weaken.
There may be an opportunity here, Jacob.
Downstairs. That's down in the basement, in the middle.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
If we can free the city from your family, from our family.
Do you really want to call them that anymore?
No.
Neither do I. Right, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can fix.
We
Right,
need to get down to the middle.
yeah.
I can
Um,
climb.
Let's
you
get
can
down.
both make an athletics check and a history check for me. 2 successive checks. Athletics and history.
Oh, so I can't go acrobatics. Oh well.
No.
Yeah, 11.
Okay, Jacob, roll me a d6.
Yeah, crap roll.
Okay, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage on the way down as you tumble a few different ways. Maybe it's the concentrating on your spell means you use your footing.
Okay. Jacob has a climb speed.
But you're also concentrating on a spell, and you rolled a
Fair
5. You do, however, with a 13, kind of remember the layout of the castle, and you are mentally kind of trying to find a way down to the basement. However, with the 13, you just about recall that the last time you were in the basement, it's not a place you'd ever accessed from the lower levels before. Whereas Gil, you've never climbed the walls of Castle Cerulea before. You've been in and out of many meeting rooms and official chambers. But generally, this is a whole new perspective to you. You're not exactly sure how to get where you need to get to.
I would still have my keys on me though, wouldn't I? And everything that's gone on. At no point have I been stripped of equipment or gear.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Let's try a straight line then.
Woof.
Point us in the right direction, Jacob, and I'll just see what I can unlock.
It's that way. It's the middle, but downstairs somehow. But I don't quite know how to get there.
Okay.
How did you get there before, Jacob?
Teleport? Magic?
Nope.
From down. Oh, well.
You were dragged there as a prisoner.
I was dragged there
Yeah.
as a prisoner.
Unconscious, right? Sleeping spell, as
Sleeping.
far as I remember.
No, I teleported him there after casting Greater Restoration on him.
Oh, wait, that's
Yeah.
true. I'm getting a bit confused. Gil, you didn't roll a good enough history check to remember where you're going. You eventually circle the castle grounds and kind of snake your way in. Sorry, poor choice of words. And you find you do go through a few doors. You would notice after 10 minutes of reaching like kind of ground level that the different guard posts have been abandoned. I would both. Are you sneaking or are you like triumphantly going to where you need to go?
I would say at this point, knowing that the guards are in disarray, something has happened at the top of the pyramid. So I'm going to bluff it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can bullshit my way through anything and establish some form of control.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, having voluntarily opted not to roll a stealth check, you eventually get to like the kind of like kitchen and kind of pantry levels. And as you kind of emerge from one of those like functional rooms towards the more kind of ceremonial rooms in the middle, you see a confused Jeffrey Ashdane. He hasn't seen you yet, but he's barking orders at various servants, some of which are being heeded, others are not.
Ashdane, you conniving piece of shit. Come here.
Gilchrist, what?
Come here.
Make an intimidation check.
Jacob draws his sword and looks, points it at him at the same time.
What's going on? The Dragon's Bane Guard are completely in disarray. Some of the servants have taken the opportunity to start stealing. It's as if word's gotten about that our authority is weakened. We need to restore it, Gilchrist. Goodness.
Then that is
You
what
still
we
look
will do.
awful.
I'm sure I do. I've just been in the lagoon. The Savories have turned on the people of the city. The guards are in disarray. All you've got to do is stand at a window to do that, but you never had your wits about you, did you, Ashdane? You just rely on manipulating people. Look out of a window. The city is in chaos. Find me a senior Dragon's Bane, a sergeant, a lieutenant. Go and find someone with a bit of clout and do it now. Get your feet moving, man. You remember where they are. They're on the end of your legs.
He pauses briefly and looks confused towards Jacob and then about faces and marches as quickly as an older man can.
That'll wait for at least 20 minutes. Where are they? Down still?
Down. But I don't know how to get there. I can't.
Are they directly below us?
Are we in?
Yeah, not literally directly, but definitely like like maybe 15, 20 degree angle.
They're sort of down there. Point.
Get us as close to directly above as you can. And I will just push Jacob by his shoulders until he starts moving of his own accord.
I'll go. I'll just go heading probably right to the center, the middle of the middle tower.
You loop round into the central column.
Before we go, I would turn to the people Ashdane was giving orders to. Return to your posts. Authority is being re-established. Get a grip of yourselves.
You do look very different to the last time you were issuing orders in Castle Cerulea, so I'm going to get you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Gonna go full Palpatine. The attack has left me scarred and disfigured. Persuasion, yeah?
Mm-hmm. 25 is a good roll with disadvantage. Scared to ask and not wanting to know. Some of them, some of the servants, a kind of a skeleton staff that have remained behind, do return to their post as you kind of make your way into the central column of Castle Cerulea. You go down another level and, having unlocked various doors to get you there, you find a door that your key won't open.
Yeah,
But
doors.
I can give it a go. Sorry.
okay, no, it's fine. You can. Are you going to try and unlock it?
Yes.
Yeah, then you can. Make the thieves' tools check. Do you have your thieves' tools actually? No.
No. Okay.
No.
No these tools.
So in lieu of that, you can make a perception check as you're looking for your thieves' tools. Let's say, make a perception check.
21.
Oh, 21 is a good roll. As you look to try and see whether you can manipulate the lock with your sword or with your hands, you kind of look around, and then this iron door is in like on a sub level, and through the door, which is like barred, you can see a kind of pillar of light coming from the ceiling. And if you were to, using your climb speed, just climb onto the top of this passageway, you would see a hole roughly the size of where a giant owl could have broken through.
Are we there? Is this it? Are they on a level with us?
Pretty much.
That way. I can get through that hole.
We don't need to. And I'll step to the side and use one charge from the lyre to cast Stone Shape and open a hole in the wall.
Fair enough. The wall is now like Swiss cheese, big holes in it, and you can just get through. Just while that's happening, I didn't make Tilly make the investigation check. I don't think that she wanted to do.
Sure, yeah. Oh God.
Not good.
Too distraught by everything. That's been
Most of the rooms in the cellar are locked, which is kind of what you wanted for security. You do get the impression that behind some of the doors, they're not doors between adjoining walls. They're more like cupboards or cells. Some of them the doors are very fine with like gold like filigree in them, and you assume there must be precious things on the other side, but for now, it's locked.
Yeah. So before just reporting all of that to Mir, I'm gonna just make a telepathic contact with the giant owl, and to ask where she is, if she's reached the destination.
Well, the creature is friendly to you and your companions. It understands your languages and obeys your spoken commands. But I don't think it can reply to you.
Yeah, so at the very bottom that specifies Serpentine Owl says the owl can telepathically communicate with you at any range if you and it are on the same plane of existence.
Well, yeah, telepathically communicate, like, i.e., yes.
It can communicate with the user, not the other way around.
Well, actually, it speaks. I'm looking at its languages. It speaks Giant Owl, and it understands anything that Tilly says, but naturally Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
But it says obeys your spoken commands, so it must understand.
Yes, it understands, but it can't speak to you.
Oh, okay. I was just swayed by this. As it says, can telepathically communicate with you at any range. So
Yeah.
is it just a one way? Do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can communicate with it, and it understands. It can receive those messages, but it doesn't speak a language that you, unless you were to use another spell to enable you to.
No, but it obeys me.
No.
I don't.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. It obeys you, but yeah, it can't speak. It literally says
Can't talk to me.
It says it understands Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, but can't speak them.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's an owl.
Yeah.
The telepathically wouldn't require like the working thing, but it doesn't matter because it's just not. I think knowing this basically what I think and knowing what we've decided since, and I know that Mir sent a message to Lash, right? And got a reply. So the communication I'm going to send to the owl is that when you reach this destination, locate a large, muscular looking, intimidating looking orcish woman, right? And protect her, attack any enemies she's being attacked by, and then when no enemies around, try to guide her back to where I am.
Okay.
That's my command. It might be too much for the owl, I don't know, but that's what I say to it.
Yeah. It understands you, and thus it obeys your commands. But Lash and everybody were a bit further away than Jacob and Gil, so they wouldn't have arrived before them, even though the message was sent
whenever
before them.
that happens is fine.
Okay.
And then I'll just tell Mira there might be some things here. Some of these doors look like holding places and not a corridor. Maybe most of them are locked. I couldn't check, and I didn't find any diamonds. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We've got time.
It's just a quick
I have a
check.
question.
Okay.
Yes.
With the time stuff that's gone on, has it been dawn yet? Please, can I roll my portent?
I would say
So-
just about, yeah. Hey, that's. Oh, sorry, you've whispered that to me. I'm not going to say what they are, but one of them was pretty good.
20 or a 1.
For God's sake.
For God's sake.
And just failed his deception check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I always
radio
forget that
down.
they're whispered. Right. So, Gil and Jacob, you honing in on Mir's. On Mir, you march towards a damaged door that is barred from your side.
I'll just take the bar off
Okay.
and throw the doors open.
Gil and Jacob arrive as the door to the basement.
What about the barrels?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you fling the door open, and there's now 5 barrels, or however many there is.
So the doors open this way, and we barred it with no effect at all.
Pretty much.
God damn it!
I mean, if someone was still trying to brute force their way in, it would still stop
Yeah.
them up. But yeah, there's now 5 barrels between both of you.
Just jump over the
Where the
barrel.
fuck have you been?
Jacob.
What happened?
So
I was
much.
captured. I was captured, and Jordana, and they tried to turn me, and then Jordana told me that I had to fight him to the death, and then he surrendered, and I couldn't kill him because he surrendered. And so,
That's okay. I'll do it.
no,
I'm going to attack him. No,
Oh, shit.
you have 10 seconds to explain to me why he shouldn't die.
he wants Jordana dead. Then he wants nothing. He wants to leave. He wants nothing to do with any of this.
That is correct.
Jaden is already dead, and he tortured our friends. And he, I think,
What?
is responsible for our dead friends over there.
That's,
And I'm
Who's
gonna.
dead? Who's dead?
who's dead? Mia, who's dead?
Hold on,
Who's
she's
dead?
doing
Who's
something.
dead?
Hold on. She's doing something.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
All right, hold on. I'm
Gil.
going to set the map back up. 'Cause I need to go find Gil wherever I left him. Hold on. This is going to take a sec. Apologies. I didn't expect the fight to break out immediately.
I mean, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I'm not saying it's not. It's illegitimate. Right, hold on.
Dan, Jacob's character sheet's gone weird.
I've not touched it.
He's been unassigned in the campaign page.
Oh, sorry. I was just organising one time. So you should be able to reclaim it.
No, as in he's been deactivated. He's grey.
Oh. Okay.
Jacob
I
the
can fix
Grey.
that.
Some foreshadowing for you.
Hold on. No, he's not deactivated. He's no, Stormcloak. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Activate.
Activate Jacob. Level
Yeah.
10.
So, if you refresh, it's still assigned to you.
Yep, I've got him back.
Okay, hold on. Jacob is on my map. Right, hold on. Ah. Right, I'll just bring you back to the basement.
John, Lucy, I'm so sorry. You're still. Smoke's at least still on the map. And
Smoke's still on the map, Dan.
Nah.
Yeah, he's gone.
Gil's still imported at level 15. I think he should be level 16, 99 HP.
Well, yeah, you can. Wherever I got the token from, it's the first one I could find. So feel free to adjust the token. You need to adjust the maximum to 99. There you go. Right. Well, fuck. Mir launches into attack straight away, I guess. Let's roll initiative.
Always roll shit
Oh,
initiative. Holy shit. Kill cursed bastard.
All right, Mia, since you initiate, I'm giving you a free hit, a surprise round.
Okay.
And then we'll start from the top of the round. So, how would you initiate this encounter?
I'd go straight up to Gil and cast 6th level inflict wounds on him.
You just go for him, touch spell. Okay.
Yeah.
I take it I don't get a reaction.
Not with a surprise round. She catches you off guard.
Does
But
a 17 hit?
It would.
okay, then that's 38 necrotic damage off the bat. How describe this, Mia?
I'd like to think there's maybe still a bit of like red in her eyes, or it like flame
Comes
flares
back.
it up or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts her hand around his neck and casts it.
Okay, literally going for Gil. That would be the end of the surprise round, and we go to the top of the round. Up to you, Gil. You're with Mia's hands around your throat. What are you doing? You feel this necrotic energy coursing through your veins, sapping your life force. You see the blood-red eyes of Mia. She wants you dead.
I see you're going to sink to their level without letting me explain myself. Fine. Jacob will explain after I'm dead. And that's it. I would do nothing else.
Okay. With your hands around his throat, he manages to muster this defenseless plea. Mia, what are you doing?
She'll say, I know exactly what you did. I know exactly who you are. And I don't know how big it is, but if it's big enough, I want to try and put his head in the bag of devouring.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
You want me to
fuck.
post it?
Oh, yes, please. I was just looking it up.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it doesn't. I'll just have to copy paste it, I think.
Oh,
Okay, it says when part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when someone reaches inside it or has their fucking head put in it, there's a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside. So I guess I'm going to get you to roll just a d20, Mia. We're going to say evens, he's pulled inside. Odds, he's not.
Okay.
And I don't get to resist this. I suppose if she's just pushing the bag over my head.
Yeah, so it doesn't work. It just says 50% chance. Yeah, that's it. So you've used your action to try and get the bag to eat Gil, and it's kind of spreads these like this toothy maw across his head. But it I guess even if Gil's not resisting, like naturally kind of flinches away.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you're doing as a bonus action, or?
Yeah, let get my spiritual weapon, because it might as well come out.
Okay.
I'll cast that.
Hold on.
The description is a bit weird. It gives you a chance to escape with your action, but then says if you start your turn in it, you're devoured and your body's destroyed. I wonder under what circumstances the creature would get the chance. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Worded badly. Well, it's dangerous as fuck. So
Have I noticed who the bodies are? Having done nothing but talk.
With me meeting you at the door and trying to put a bag over your head, you can make it. I'll give you a free perception check at disadvantage.
God.
That you know there are bodies, but you don't know who they are of. You're nowhere near close enough. But that's the end of Mia's turn, I think. No, sorry, is it going to attack Gil, the hammer? Or
Yeah, so it rolled a 13, so I guess that doesn't hit.
No, it's not going to hit. End of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Jacob. Mia is trying her damnedest to exact revenge on Gilcrest. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and plead with her. Mate, whatever he's done, this is murder. He's not fighting you back. Let him out. Take that, whatever that is, that bag off his head. He can help. If people are dead, we need every help we can get to get them back. Who's dead? Stop this now. This isn't you. And I'm using my entire turn to like plead with Mia.
Okay.
Even sinking to my knees, like.
Yeah, as we've said already, because it's two players against each other, I'm not going to roll persuasion. All right, it's up to you guys. You know what I mean? But that's your whole turn.
Yeah.
So Tilly. God,
Yeah,
this has escalated quickly.
I know, and I'm too smart to get in the way of Mir. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna talk to Jacob. I'm gonna get closer to him, and just say, "Listen, I hate the murder thing and everything, but you haven't seen what happened to Nain and others, and this Smoke is dead. He killed Jadena before he died, but he's dead, and Freddy and Tisha's gone, and that's my whole bonus action, all of it."
Okay. Gil, there is now a magical hammer trying to hit you while this bag is trying to be put over your head. What are you doing?
I will dimension door across the room. I don't have to take someone with me.
No, of course. How far are you going?
To the wall.
The far wall where the fireplace is.
Let's have a look. Sorry, I keep minimizing windows. Being only on single monitor. I mean, I wouldn't go all the way into the fireplace, but I would say go onto the rug.
Yeah, okay.
And turn. Do I at this point see who's dead on the floor?
You would see Smoke, Freddy, and Emerith.
Then I would use my movement to run over here and drop to my knees next to Emerith. Who did this? Who did this? And that's it.
Mia, magically escaping your wrath, Gil turns to dropping at his companion's corpse in dismay. What are you doing?
I will storm over here, my 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and say, the same people that killed my friends, your family, your people. And I'm going to cast another spell at him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Oof. Would have been good.
It would have been a 20 will still hit though, won't it? For 32 radiant damage. Jesus. That would have been 60.
Jesus Christ.
Gil, you drop to your knees, and then the next thing you feel is a surge of radiant light penetrating your solar plexus and a holy fire erupting in your lungs. Ow. That hurt.
That's nothing compared to the pain he's already in.
So emo.
Yeah.
So emo. Anything else, Mia, from you?
Nope, that's it. I brought the spiritual weapon further towards me.
Sure. Okay. Jacob, Tilly is trying to elucidate you to the trials and tribulations that have resulted in the death of Smoke, Freddy, and Emerith, and the disappearance of Tisha. Also, the torture of Nain, Libby, etc.
We need to stop her. Mate, don't do this. And I'm running over.
I'm going to use this video in one of my lessons where I teach about moral reasoning. But anyway, people are modelling very different levels of moral reasoning. But yeah, carry on. Jacob, you've run past me. Are you trying to interject?
Yeah, I'm trying to get between her and I'm holding my hands up. Don't do this. He's not fighting. He's not a threat. Killing him would be murder.
God. He just wants to get out. You fucking
Lose my fucking mind.
Oh.
Would shooting just checking, Gareth? Would shooting Hitler in the head be murder? Would that be? But anyway,
If he was surrendered on the floor, then yes.
okay. If that's your answer, so you're using your action to try and persuade her again to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, Tilly, your words seem to have fallen on deaf ears as Jacob tries to intervene further.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna make Kirsty happy. I am gonna walk up to her and just say, maybe we should think about it. Maybe you can serve justice in a different way. I don't presume to stop you. I hate what he did as well. But I feel Jacob is right. It doesn't feel right. And that's it.
Okay, Gil.
Guy pulls Emerith's body into his lap and just rocks back and forth. And that's it. There's nothing else.
Okay, Mia, Tilly, and Jacob now protesting at this particular brand of justice.
No! She'll point at Tilly. Your morals don't apply here. You saw what he did, and you should turn to Jacob. You don't know, and you left us. I'm gonna duck out of the way and move further towards him.
I'm not doing anything as reaction. Is Jacob?
Can I try and grab her?
What? You weren't in combat with me.
We're in turn order.
Yeah,
Got
we are. So he could try and grapple as an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
To grab her. Even ineffectual, it'll show. Oh yeah, that's not going to work.
Just make a athletics or acrobatics check, Mia, as you push past Jacob. Yeah, you
Dice tell a story.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
I might regret this later, but I'm going to cast another guiding bolt on him, and I'm going to use my portent, the natural 20.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sake.
And I had advantage, so I rolled a 30.
Well, you're using the natural 20 anyway, so we would just double that damage roll to 68.
Which, funnily enough, the 34 would have been enough.
Oh, fuck! Never mind.
He's not built for combat.
He definitely is not.
taking Gil's life force from him, he falls unconscious onto his deceased compatriot, Emerith Estifax. Describe how this looks. How do you exact this arcane revenge, Mir?
So he's already kind of lit up.
So, Kirs, can I ask you to because I really, really need to go to the loo and I don't want to miss this. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you've got more time to think of a gruesome description for your spell.
We'll take 2 minutes.
Yeah, take two
I
if you
could
want.
use the toilet too. Yeah, thanks.
back, John, or were you going to count us in, or we're back? Hello. If you are doing psychology A level in the UK and you need help, you can send me money and I'll help you. Anyway, we are back in the combat that was thrust upon us by Mir and is about to be ended by Mir. So please tell us, how does Gilchrest's life end?
So I think everybody's seen the guiding bolt happen, or all of her friends have, of kind of one strike down. But we would really like for flavour for there to be multiple strikes that seem to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
One for Libby, one for Sham, one for Nain, one for Tisha, one for Emerith, and one for Smoke.
Yeah, you can cut up the beam of a guiding bolt to multiple hits for that poetic and cinematic destruction.
It's a 6-barreled guiding bolt minigun.
Yeah.
Yet.
So there's no, presumably there's no aggressors. So whenever there's no aggressors, I usually end the turn order. As Gil lies unconscious and dying. Do you want to make death saving throws, Gil?
I don't know if anyone else wants to do anything. I'm happy to stay in initiative order.
I was going to try to just have one last plea to Mir.
I want to do it as well, yeah.
Well, then the next turn after Mia's is assuming your turn will be over. Then, Mia, we don't do anything else. He's now.
No, I guess no, I wouldn't even move my spiritual weapon because I would be so sure that it was over.
So, Jacob, what are you doing?
Running to Gil, turn to face Mir and say, for the sake of our friendship, don't do this. And cast 2nd level cure wounds on Gil.
Oh, fuck you know.
Fucking hell.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I had something similar in mind, but I was going to ask first. But okay.
So, it's 12 hit points. That dramatic moment is erased in terms of its importance. And he's back. Anything else you're doing, Jacob?
Just holding my hands up to Mir. Don't.
Tilly.
You know. I'm going to walk over next to Mir and put my hand in her hand. And just look at her and say, maybe that's enough dying for today. That's it.
Gil, you come back around, feel the warmth of Jacob's touch revitalize you, at least slightly. You see, through blurred vision, Tilly the halfling try to reason with this incandescent water genasi cleric.
Why are they still dead? You have the power of the gods, Your Highness. Where is your sense of duty that you continue to attack me when you could bring them back? Why? He'll just carry on cradling Emerald.
Okay. Mia. What now?
I will say so I can't bring them back. Obviously I would have done. But I can keep killing you.
Can
and
I use
I'll
my
hit him
reaction
with
to slump my shoulders?
I'll cast another inflict wounds on him, I guess. I'll go up to him.
Okay. 17. Well,
Well, I
actually,
did just hit him with a guiding bolt.
yeah. So you would have advantage. So yeah, that's 76 necrotic damage. Yikes!
Out of interest, would the necrotic energy also do something to the body Gil is clutching? Visually?
No, there's no life essence to drain with necrotic energy with inflict wounds. So it is all coming from you. So you pass into unconsciousness before Jacob once more. Jacob, you see this feat of arcane destruction up close and personal, and it feels personal to Mia. Through gritted teeth, she ends Gilcrest once again. She clearly means this and won't listen to reason. Or to your reason, at least. Is that the end of your turn, Mia?
I brought the spiritual weapon closer, and I would have said, "Give up, Jacob."
Okay. Jacob.
Could not see my friend become a murderer. Leave this. There has been too much death. Still, he says. You don't know the full story. You are not judge, jury, and executioner. You do not have the right to do this. Don't fall to your anger. Mistral would not want that of you.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. If I do anything, she's just going to undo it, so just pleading with her.
Tilly.
I said everything I needed to say. I'm just standing there.
Okay, Gil. Again, this with no combatants. This is where I'd usually end initiative, but if you want to roll a death save, you're more than welcome to.
No idea how to roll it in.
Just roll d20.
How hilarious would a natural 20 be right now? No, a 1. Oh, Jesus.
What does that mean?
That means he loses
that
2 death saves. And it's your go, Mia.
Yep.
You see Gil's life slipping away as unconsciousness turns into death. He's not quite fully expired. Jacob
No.
stands next to him. What do you do?
I will use my spiritual weapon to try and finish this.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit, which will mean it'll be another failed death save. And Gil dies. Now I'll end initiative.
Unless Jacob punches me in the face.
Yeah, Jacob is punching you in the face right now. We're in his grief, like anger, grief. To him, you're a. He knows he doesn't want to. He's not drawing his sword to hit you with that or anything. He's just angry because.
What does he say? What does he say to her?
Oh, why? He was lied to all his life. He was forced to. Look, and he pulls out the ritual out of his pocket. This is the ritual that was done to them. He fucked it up on Libby on purpose.
He tortured Libby.
He was.
She's a broken woman. You haven't seen her. Naeem's whole leg is missing.
Did Gil do that? Do you know what Gil does?
Gareth, let people say what they want to say and then wait for a cue to respond. Carry on, Kirsty.
You left us. You just left. And then we went into that prison to look for you, thinking that you were there. And we found Naeem with her leg missing. We found Shamsovuk changed like you, and so traumatized. And Libby can speak now. And it's not good. She's a shell of who she was. And he did that. She named him. So yes, although he was unarmed, although he was defenseless right now, I also believe that he is responsible for terrible crimes. I suspect he's been not honest with you, Jacob.
He suspects. Now there's no way to find out. You murdered him in cold blood. I hope the weight of that remains with you forever.
I hope the weight of the Smoke's death remains with you. You weren't here.
And that, I went to try and find Naeem and Libby. Using my knowledge of the city, Jidenna captured me. She threw me in a cell. Gil, tried to disintegrate me and did something to my mind. Gil restored my mind. He helped me escape Jidenna. One-on-one versus Jidenna, I would have died again. He helped me escape, and we were coming back to find allies, to find you guys, and to take her down once and for all. He told me what he'd done. He gave me option to kill him. He was sat there, no weapons, no armor, nothing. If you think it's fine to kill him, then to murder him, then that's your choice. But that is not a choice that I think you should have made. You didn't know the truth, and now there's no way of finding it out because you've killed him. He should. If you think he has you suspect he's done things. If you think he's done things, then he should face trial. I've seen you cast spells that make people tell the truth.
I know what he did, Jacob, and Mister can judge me for it, not you.
Well, who knows? He's been in this castle for months. He might know where there was a diamond. Now he can't tell us. He's dead. You made a choice for all of us. You didn't listen.
I wouldn't want his help anyway. He was a manipulative piece of shit, and he tore our friends apart, and you don't seem to care.
He tore all our friends apart. He cut off Libby's, Naeem's leg, did he?
Yeah.
Tortured Shamslavuk. He did all of it himself. How do you know? What proof have you?
Please stop
That's what we
fighting.
learned in the.
Please.
You say you suspect. You have no proof.
Libby did. She did say Libby did
Libby,
name.
other than Libby, but not for Nain or Sham.
But so you're saying Jacob wouldn't believe Libby?
No, I'm not saying. He tortured Libby. He told me he tortured Libby, but he also told me he messed up the ritual on purpose. I wanted to
And
get to
why
the
did-
bottom of the matter. I wanted to do this the proper way. Court. Trial. He helped me get back. I was coming here to help get rid of Jadana. He may have tortured, but now we'll never know. He may have tortured other people, but that does not give the. I'm never.
Jacob,
You're never
do you
gonna.
not think? Do you not think he could have been lying to you to get what he wanted, manipulating you and using you?
Mia, when we first met, I was a vampire. I did things. I killed things. I drank blood. I did evil things. I've done things that I regret. There are things I will always regret. And yet I am still here. You didn't have to kill him.
You didn't answer my question.
I don't think he was controlling me at all. I don't think he deserved death. Imprisonment for maybe. Or if death, judged by a court of the people of Last Hollow.
He was trying to get rid of you, Jacob. He wanted to rule Last Hollow. And to do that, he needed to be rid of you.
Last night, if he wanted that, he could have killed me in my sleep. Many times he had the choice to kill me, and he chose not to. Jadena wanted he brought me in front of Jadena and proclaimed that he couldn't turn me. And she told him that he had the choice, he was given the choice to turn me or kill me, because he did neither. She gave me a sword, she gave me armor, and told me and him to fight to the death. And only one of us would rule Last Hollow.
And you didn't kill him.
He surrendered. And then I wanted to fight Jadena, but I was too weak on my own. So we ran so that we could come back, get an army together. I was planning to visit Kit. I was planning to visit Ellie and get them together to come and find you guys, rescue you guys, and find you've already got out.
At the door, a veritable rabble appears, led by Lash. You see Sunshine, the crew, and you also see a familiar cloaked Yuan Ti. 4 of them. They seem to be helping a scarred, diminutive Yuan Ti, a red tiefling, and now with crutches, Nain Montenay. I'm not going to put all those tokens on the board.
No.
Lash comes straight up behind you. Mia. We just walked straight down here. All the guards, they've gone. Where is Smoke? Where and she looks down and seizes.
We lost him.
Tries very hard to stifle an emotion, which isn't very difficult for an orc to do. And after just pausing for a moment, she looks at you straight back in the eye. I'm sorry I was not here. For the captain.
Me too. I hope I can bring him back, but I need to rest. I need to sleep. And there's so much to do before I can do that.
These
I won't.
These people
I will
met up
need
with us on
diamonds
the
for
way. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
They
Huh?
came up through one of the tunnels on the way. They seem to have helped the scholar, the surgeon, and Tisha's sister, although all of them look real bad. They need time to rest.
Yeah.
This is. I guess this castle, it was my father's. It was taken by the Savori. They have fled.
I figured that
Anything-
out. It's called Castle Cerulea.
Anything in it that you need, it's open to you. Use it. We need to get them rested and recovered. We need to do what we can. We need to see if we can bring them back. We can discuss this later, Mia. But for now, we need to bring them back. If we can get diamonds, magical items, to bring smoke, to bring. Wait. What? Who's she?
She helped us. She went against the family. She's Tisha's cousin. Oh my God, Tisha, Jacob, Tisha's gone.
Where?
Her grandparents showed up, and they were killing us all. And she went with them to make them stop, to save us. Some of us.
Well, at least she's still alive. We need to do what we can for these first and secure the city. And Sunshine, will you see to smoke? Lash, can you send the crew to take Freddy and Emerith to somewhere where they can be laid until we can find something? We need everybody. Calls to me. Everybody within the city. We need order. We need things to be brought back to normal. Never wanted.
As you start kind of barking commands to re-establish a sense of order, these cloaked Yuan Ti step forward. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The time for the Savoris and the Estefaxes and the Lecherias is over. Rolatheme will rise again. We'll help you ride this wave of chaos. But no way are the people of Last Hollow going to be subjugated by a figurehead like you. And all of them take their hoods off. Green eyes, they look just like you.
I do not intend to rule the city. I intend to set up a council of the people to rule the city. But until that can be done, we need to stop the city from descending into anarchy and rioting and looting.
Make a persuasion check, Jacob.
It's not a skill I'm good at. Not bad considering I've only got +1 to it.
We know the guard posts. We know the people. We can help,
Thank you.
but we expect to be invited to the first meeting of the...
Any and all shall be invited. The time for closed doors and secret meeting is over.
Very well.
It shall be a city of the people, for the people, and by the people.
The Ralatheme's revenants, Wesley, Claiborne, Mara, Dio, they take a few of the crew members and kind of start spreading out, and at least reinforcing as much of the castle as they can, and trying to advise people and kind of bring them all to safety. We can say that this power vacuum is currently, if not being completely dealt with, is at least being partially filled by you and the crew and Ralphium's revenants.
Yeah, and what did she or what the person said about who rises again? What was the name?
Ralatheme. Ralatheme is the green dragon that
Emerald Dragon.
Emerald dragon that my father defeated to take Last Hollow. It's where that bow I used to carry came from.
These people, I don't know what's going on anymore. This is all so confusing.
The city was ruled over by a dragon who was defeated by my father during the settlement wars.
But they just said they wanted it back.
That would be chaos indeed.
Well, you can't let them do that,
No.
right?
Voices deserve to be heard, but maybe not. The people will not want to go back under the control of Ralatheme. So it needs to be run by the people. Like Silvercrest. The council.
Tilly and Jacob, you can make an insight check if you want. You're trying to figure out what their motivations were. Okay. To you, Jacob, they're like Ralatheme will rise again, seemed just like a political slogan. Tilly, with your slightly keener insight, you wonder if at least one or more of them believes that he actually will.
Because we did meet him. I do remember, right? I was part of bringing them back from whatever ritual they were doing. We've got some information. We can discuss that later.
Anyway, I must thank you for... Who took... Tilly, you said Smoke had the final blow on Judena?
Smoke, yeah. He took her out before his life was taken from him.
How did somebody strike down a warrior such as he?
There was this red crystal. I don't know exactly. I didn't see much. I was an elephant most of the time, but he, without getting hit at, he just withered away.
Magic. Always the weakness of me and him. Right. I need to find my... We need to find our stuff. I'm missing stuff. We need to find Judena's study. We need to find everything. We need to search this castle top to bottom. Mia, if we find diamonds, can you do it?
When I sleep.
When did you last sleep?
I don't remember. The day before the party? The night before the party?
Then maybe you should rest while we look for diamonds.
Maybe I won't be told what to do by you.
Just a suggestion.
Of course, I'll bring them back.
Look, I know you're angry at me for leaving. I tried to find people. I tried to save them. And then I was captured myself and I couldn't. I made the choices I thought were best. No, you disagree with
And they
them.
weren't.
We can just argue about
As you implore Mia to listen to your point of view, Jacob, the glare of a red tiefling over Mia's shoulder, you realise has been fixed on you this whole time.
Libby, is that you? Sign it.
She looks stern. And without saying a word, she turns her back on you and walks out of the cellar.
Chase after her. Liberation, wait.
Nain sticks a crutch in front of you as you go to pursue Libby. And just shakes her head.
Nain, is that you? Who did that to you? Who did this to you?
The masked Montenay looks around at the destruction in this room. And in this deeper register, says, sounds like there's lots of things you didn't know, Jacob.
They've known you longer than any of those here. I mean, I don't know what to do. Can you go speak to her? Tell her I meant no offense.
To who?
Libby.
Sometimes the excuses of those who could have done more sting more because they didn't try harder. And she puts her arm around Sham, who kind of echoes the sentiment in a strangely paranoid way, and he kind of pulls off a scale. Didn't try harder. Didn't try harder. Didn't try harder. Didn't try harder. And they kind of limp off together to find somewhere to rest. With that, folks, we would be spending time securing the castle, resting. Is that right?
Looking for diamonds.
Looking for
Yeah.
diamonds?
Sweet, sweet diamonds.
Jacob would go over to Gil's corpse, reach in for his keys to the castle,
Mm-hmm.
and also take his sword and put it on his belt.
Don't forget the harp.
No.
Yeah, gotta loot him.
No. Well, the sword I've got I can't use very well, so.
Where's your stuff anyway?
I don't know. Jadena took it from me.
Oh shit.
When I was dragged to this room, I was in my underclothes. She gave me this armor. She had my father's sword, but had it
There's-
remade into a long sword.
There's a lot of cupboards and hidey spots here. Lots of doors, I think. Maybe one of them has your equipment. I need to go check on Nibbles, and before I rest, I need to know if Humphrey is okay too. So I
Very
might
well.
take a trip.
Uh,
Yeah.
I can make the process of finding diamonds quicker.
Do you have a diamond machine?
I can locate objects.
Just put locate object up.
It's showing me the nearest object for a particular kind. So I could look for the nearest large diamonds.
Nice. Good spell.
The spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead blocks a direct path between you and the object. Yeah, just roll a D100 for me, Jacob. It takes a little while, but with Gil's keys and your spell, you can find diamonds equivalent to 3,500 gold pieces worth.
There we go.
While he does that, I think if Tilly's going to check on her dog, then I would feel like I needed to tell me about Tisha.
Pardon, sorry, you cut out for me then a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, said that I would tell Nain about Tisha. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. So by kind of Nain's bedside, which is now in the castle,
Mm-hmm.
you do you want to role play it? Do you want to just tell me you've broken the news?
That's why I was going to say, I would just tell her as gently as possible.
Nain is still of the mind that this entire city needs to be sent to the bottom of the waterfall. And she shows you a detonator that she's acquired from Sunshine, now that everyone's been reunited. And she says, let's keep this between you and I, just in case.
Don't do anything sudden, will you?
Only fools rush in. But even the more foolish don't show up at all.
Get some rest.
I will. And just as you're about to leave the room, Mia, if I wanted to go back to Maloon, if I wanted to go back to Inelian, would you be able to send me there?
I'm sure we could find a way.
My mum and dad, we haven't spoken for many years, but they need to know.
I understand. Well, we'll talk later when we've both slept.
Okay. Thank you.
No, thank you.
See a kind of itch at the crease of the mask that's still welded to her face before she turns over and deigns to rest. John, how would Sunshine at Night cope with the passing of Smoking Mirror?
I think that he'd sort of have the reaction of like he'd want to be he'd want to be tearful, and he's really sorrowful, and he isn't nearly as strong-willed as Smoke, as much as he looks up to him, and he'd want to just bawl about it, but seeing that he's gone, like he would just try everything just to choke up every last tear and be as strong as he could. You probably see through it, but he does everything he can to like stop from choking up and bawling.
Does he start like barking orders at the crew and assuming a bit more authority?
Yeah, perhaps trying to sort of, again, maybe you see through it a bit, but he tries to push his weight around like he thinks Smoke would, and but he also has like a bit of a glimmer of hope of hearing that they're going to try and resurrect him, and he has his own magics that he might be able to help, but yeah, it's a bit chaotic right now. Tries to take control of the crew, I guess, because he was Smoke's steward, so at least with the lower level crew would try to,
Sure. Step into the power vacuum, as everybody seems to be doing at the at this moment in time. Well, diamonds acquired. I'm going to. You can make an investigation check if you want, Gareth.
Yeah.
Try and find your equipment.
Okay. 30,
With a 20, it's not in the castle, which is unusual. With a 20, it's almost as if someone's tried to erase all reference of you. There is not a trace of Jacob Luceria anywhere in this castle. With that investigation check, you see it's deliberate.
I'd try and find the others. Tell them.
Was there anything else anyone wanted to accomplish over the course of this day? I mean, kind of like reorganizing the guard and making everybody rest and acquiring diamonds, finding equipment. I guess, Tilly, you were going to make a call?
I'm gonna just go there. I'm gonna go
Oh, go down. Okay.
and
It'll
pick
take you
up my
most of the
dog.
day to get down. Go get your dog. Bring him all the way back.
That's no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And back in my room where Nibbles was for the past 2 days, I
Mhm.
left him some compost to feed on,
Mhm.
and he was in the dark room, so he should be fine.
Yeah, you come back to like you see like the wardrobe, and it's just like it's kind of just almost become like decrepit, and you see like just muck around all the edges and like sludge leaking out of the bottom of it, and you like open it, you just see it's just like like a compost heap inside a wardrobe. Nibbles looks perfectly happy, and and as you open the door, these spores, and you feel elation and happiness as soon as you open the door.
Fantastic. I'll communicate with it telepathically to say sorry for leaving you, and yeah, and then I will have a thought to note for later. I wanna see if I can somehow store the spores for a use at opportune moment sometime in the future.
Okay.
I'll come back to it when we have less dramatic session.
Yeah.
And then we'll go full rest.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think what I'm gonna do is with a long rest that Tilly and Mia need. Tilly and Mia, you guys level up.
Oof.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
You've fought your way through that whole massive dungeon and the boss fight.
Nightmare.
Oh
So
my
yes,
god!
definitely level up.
What you're now, Kirsty? Are you 17?
Yeah.
Did you just get level 9 spell? Fuck.
Do I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. On set level 17.
Yeah. Yes, and I get my
Wish.
arcane mastery thing, which
Shit.
I haven't fully thought through. Can I?
Oh, you can
Not
just
sort
prepare
that
it in
right now.
time for next session.
Okay, cool. Do you want
Okay.
me to do hit points or anything, or?
You can roll hit dice if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, Gareth. Obviously, you will level up at some point, but you kind of circumnavigated the whole dungeon and the big boss fight, so you wouldn't have got the XP. You know, just like when Smoke went off on his own and all that kind of stuff, didn't level.
While they're doing their sleepy thing, if Jacob's investigated the castle, would he be
Mhm.
able to sort of my next thought would be the Estefax mansion.
Okay, you want to? What
What-
do you want to find there, or what are you looking for?
Basically, I want to travel around the city as fast as I can, trying to find my equipment. I want to go to Estefax mansion and see if I can detect my equipment magically. Specifically,
we can speed that up because you've got locate object.
yeah. So he would
And-
use it. He'd use as many slots as required because the thing he cares about most is his the weapon that Umberly gifted him with.
Mm-hmm.
She is his pet. She is his god, his patron.
Yeah.
Patron. I don't know how to say
Okay.
it. Sorry.
So roll me. How many spell slots do you have?
It's a second level slot. It's a second level spell. I've used it once without a spell slot because I've got that feature. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots high enough left to cast it.
Okay, roll me a d6.
All of them.
Yeah, you spend all of your slots looking for your equipment, and you realise that it's not in the city.
Oh god. That's no good.
Like I said, it's like someone's tried to erase all memory of you.
Great.
I on my laptop I get an ASI, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pick.
Take the lucky feet.
Nope. That
Sorry.
would kill me.
Yeah.
No. I am going to take a feat, which I think is going to make very much a lot of sense narratively. I'm going to take a healer feat because she ran out of spell slots and she wasn't able to help anybody, and it felt crushing to her. So if there's anything she can do non-magically, she will do. So that's what
the
I'm
healer
going to
feat allows you to make healing potions out of alchemy kit with a long rest or something like that.
It's basically you can use healer's kit to restore HP to creatures.
Yeah. Sweet.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, narratively, it's very timely. Oof. Yeah, well, we've got two people who've leveled up. It feels really imbalanced because we've got like Mir and Tilly survived. They've leveled up. They've survived the whole roller coaster. Jacob survived, but not without cost, i.e., equipment. But then
Gilchrist did not survive.
But then Gilchrist, Smoke, and Tisha, they've paid the ultimate price.
Well, and Freddy,
So,
of course.
And Freddy, sorry, yeah.
Are we? Do you think we'll? Do we role play the resurrection ritual still this session?
Not this session, I don't think. I think we need time to think about it, decompress, rest. I don't know if we're. I don't know. I also don't want to leave necessarily. John, would you rather attempt it and get it out of the way so you're not on tenthooks for a week, wondering whether you'll come back or not?
No, we can build up to it.
Are you sure?
For a new session, it might be more dramatic and intense.
Yeah, something to build up to. Yeah,
I don't even know if it's going to work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it might. It has a chance, right? I think you're using critical role rules for that, right?
But I think what John is alluding to is whether his soul is even able to
whether. Oh, so you're going to have a think whether you want to maybe do something else.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. My working theory is either a part of him went into that gem, or his whole soul went in there, or it wasn't that, or it was just like part of the whole Malar thing and all that stuff.
It definitely.
I don't know.
It definitely sounded.
I want to find out
like
fresh,
I think you might not be a werewolf when you.
Maybe. Who knows?
Shit, that means all your fucking. Oh, that is how Dan gets away. Gets the crazy AC away from. It's a good move.
A good way of reducing Smoke's AC is killing him forever. But
the most efficient.
But yeah, no. Lucy, hi. Thank you for staying with us. Was it right that at the very least you weren't going to join us next week anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we will discuss in due course your return when and if you want that to happen. And Greg.
Hello.
You got the you got a finale, but maybe not the face turn you were hoping for. Maybe, I don't know. We haven't discussed it, but again,
honestly, he was only ever a glorified NPC.
Yeah, but honestly, you made him more hateable, and which enriched Last Hollow better than I ever could have on my own. So thank you for breathing life into this arc with your own brand of sneering superiority. I think everybody really enjoyed it.
Purely a character, I assure you.
we've met you in person, so we give you a benefit of the doubt, I guess.
Again, we I think we will go next week with the resolution of this arc and the kind of epilogue and the possible resurrections. But going forward, there's a lot to consider. But perhaps you and I can catch up about that in due course, Greg. That's all right.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
I'm not going for that internal vacancy anyway. So yeah, I've got a little bit more time than I expected.
bit more flexibility. Okay.
Are we
Oof.
finished streaming at this point? And
Still
then
alive. Yep.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on that emotional roller coaster. I've been, locked in so many battles with this group, and I don't think I've ever felt like the stakes were as high as they were coming into this fight tonight. And obviously, we've never lost so much following one fight. I hope even if you lost a character that you've enjoyed the arc, and who knows, if there is a way back for your character, then I'm sure we'll explore it. If there isn't a way back for your character, we could discuss new ones in time when we've all had a chance to decompress and consider what we want and what we don't want. So thank you for joining us. And please, if you like more sorrow, conflict, pain, suffering, arguments, if that's the kind of role playing you really like, then swing by Bard College. There's a link in the chat. Or there will be. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.